What's up, guys? Kind of a shitty start to the game. 16-0 Kentucky so far. Just nothing going right. A fucking boneheaded leaping penalty that just a stupid play. I don't think this is the same team that kicked the crap out of Tennessee. I don't think this the same team at all. This team looks like shit. They look like shit today. It's just nothing about no way fans or buts about it.
The blue is popped. The blue is popped.
Okay, buddy.
The blue. I miss my mom. I miss my mom.
Mama's at the gym, buddy.
Yeah.
Here we go. Leary in the shotgun.
Look at
He's going to take the snap, hand it off. Davis going to run it right down our throats again. Yep. I don't know what it is about this guy, but this guy turns into fucking Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith's love child when he plays against us. And it's not even close. It's not even close. It's getting embarrassing. I don't know what it is about this guy that turns him into God on a fucking football field when he takes on the University of Florida. Right up the middle again, dude. This defense is poor. It is beyond poor. It's embarrassing at this point. This is the Patrick Toney defense that we do not miss. This team, it cannot get any kind of anything going. Hey, here.
I got a call.
Okay. Another big first down run. Thankfully, Davis is off the field, maybe to give him some oxygen from running down our damn throats all game long. So Leary's obviously going to pass, but we're playing 5 yards off. But we're going to hand it right off to – I can't see who that is. Going to hand it off to the backup, but he's going to run it down our throats again. This team didn't bother to show up today. This team did not show up today. They didn't. And it's honestly shocking that how poorly they've looked today. They've literally I don't even think that's Austin Armstrong. It looks like Patrick Toney to me. That's what this defense looks like because they're running all over. I mean, and there's an end around, and he's gone. I mean, might as well just walk into the end zone. I'm going to talk about a team who came into this game so much. Terrible. Here we go. Leary will hand it off, and for the first time today, it feels like you got a stop in the backfield for the defense. They got to either force a turnover here. Obviously, that would be the best play you could make here. But giving up a touchdown here, it's over. It's over. The fact that this offense has just embarrassed us. There's no kind of pushback at all. And now Ray Davis is back onto the field. He's obviously getting the football here. If they really don't think that he's getting the football here, I don't know what to tell you about this defense. And he's going to get the football. Obvious, hands it off up the middle, and he's going to get a first down. I mean, is this Barry Sanders? I mean, it was the same shit with Snell all those years. Like when Dan Mullen was still here, it was the same crap with. It was the same stuff with Snell. Obviously, we got Gators falling down. Obviously, it's to discuss some kind of way to stop this man. I don't know. You might as well just rip his head off if you can even catch him. I mean, First and goal, this defensive line has just I don't know who they are. I don't know if we had the guys from Charlotte and we swapped jerseys. I don't know. But this is not a Gator defense. I mean, 190 yards in the first half on 9 carries tells you everything you need to know. That tells you everything you need to know. You're not winning a game like that. I'm sorry. It's honestly, it's shocking. It's really just shocking how this team just didn't bother to show up today. And really gives you the sad state of affairs overall. I mean, this year you've seen how really positive it's looked for Florida. I mean, I've been very hopeful, but today it's just terrible. It honestly looks like we're down that road for five just an embarrassing stretch of losses over Kentucky, because I haven't seen anything over the last few years that says, hey, we're a better program than Kentucky.
Look, Daddy, the chair.
Mm-hmm.
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing, Daddy. Good night, Daddy.
Which with the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro. You mean this one with titanium? Switch to Verizon. You can trade in any iPhone in the new iPhone 15 Pro on down. Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a new iPhone 15 Pro only on Verizon.
If I was working for any other company, I don't think so I would have been where I am so fast. Because I was able to pay for my degree, I was able to graduate from my college and see happiness in my leadership role. It did change everything. Like, I'm on next level.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Plastic with cinnamon dust. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Oh boy.
Glad you're with us watching the SEC on ESPN. Last time Kentucky beat Florida 3 straight times was 1951. Bear Bryant was the head coach. They're up 16-0 here and looking for more.
And these formations, I mean, they're going to hand it off to Davis, and it's a touchdown. Oh, fumbled. He fumbled the football. It's a touchdown.
Remember, all it takes is one pinball of leather on pigskin to cross that plane to the goal line, and nothing else then matters.
Well, it was the true freshman Kelby Collins that was first to make contact with Ray Davis. He's trying to fight in. Yeah, I think that's going to be a TD. Looked like the ball crossed the plane before that right elbow hit the ground. I think that's going to stand. Another attitude drive for the Kentucky.
So it's either we pull off a ridiculous comeback, or we just sit here and take this ass whooping. But this is humiliating. And again,
he has 206 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, has a receiving touchdown.
And it's 23-0.
4-0 Cats. 23 to 0 against a ranked Florida team.
average home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times, keeping you up at night. But with help from the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place all year long. The Home Depot, our doers get more done.
This October 10th and 11th, Prime Big Deal Days give Prime members exclusive access to 2 days of big savings, which means you're kind of a big deal. Prime Big Deal Days, October 10th and 11th, only for Prime members. Just between us, you know what's better than mopping? Anything. Well, I switched to Swiffer Wet Jet, and it's fun. It's an all-in-one that absorbs dirt and grime deep inside, and it helps prevent streaks and paint. Wet Jet is so worth it. You'll love it or your money back. Some people just know what road to take. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate. He knows better than any GPS, and he points you in Allstate's direction.
Go all the way down the road past the big red warehouse.
Click the next exit.
Get up from right here so you don't know the back roads. I don't want to be late for the party. I'm going to save us 5 minutes.
Some people just know what road to take. We're on the fastest route. Those are the people who know safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
Mortal Kombat!
Rated mature.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak.
ESPN College Football presented by Sales is brought to you by Goodyear. Discover the possibilities. Goodyear, more driven.
I like to call myself sneakerhead. So like shoes is just more than a shoe to me, you know. When I call these my favorite, it's just because when I wear them, like I place my own.
Well, it seems to be that the road woes of Florida under Billy Napier seem to continue, not including the Jacksonville game against Georgia. You're seeing a team that can't win on the road and has only won one road game under Billy Napier. I think they said his record was 1-6. I mean, that doesn't include the Georgia losses either. So, or the Georgia loss from last year.
Yeah, it is. When Devin Leary and Ray Davis in the portal, they were connected by a mutual friend. Davis told me they kept texting FaceTime for their next landing spot and quickly realized Kentucky would be a possible.
And this guy was, and this, it's unbelievable. This guy is just running all over us. How we haven't even put any kind of, our line has just fallen apart after really an excellent showing over the last few weeks defensively. So really since halftime of the Utah game, they've been overall very good. And like one of the best, I think, in the SEC. You heard it today. Before today, they were number 1 in total defense. So that's over Georgia. Montrell Johnson with a catch, and he's not going to get anything. Seems to me that the pulling lineman there didn't even bother. Not even paying attention. Colorado scored finally, and they're down 21-7 against 8th-ranked USC. So here we go. Mertz is in the shotgun. I think that's Montrell to his left. If they do a screen pass, I might pull my hair out. There we go. Back to throw. He's going to fire to Odom. And this team just seems flat. And Kentucky is just, they're getting the big hits. They're getting the big plays. They're just getting everything. And now it's 3rd and 7, so we're probably going to see a fucking run. which is going to make me, oh no, we're actually going to see them pass the ball. Maybe this time when they do pass the ball, we'll have a guy who can catch the ball and not bobble it up and have it picked off. Looks like it's going to be a flag. False start on the offense. This team does not look good. This team looks terrible. Kroger Field loud. Give me a break. It's 3rd and 12 here. About 7.5 to go in the first half. Probably the worst half of football for the Gators this year. By far. By far. Probably the worst half of football we've seen from Florida in a few years. And that says a lot. But this team does not look good. And here we go. They're going to throw it over the middle. It's caught! And a first down for Florida. It's Jackson. Khalil Jackson with a huge catch on 3rd and long. No flags. And a great throw from Mertz. He's been off today. He's been pressured. He's missed some throws. And that was a perfect throw for him to get back on track. Here we go. Mertz back to throw. He's going to throw it deep in the air. It is up, and it is caught. No, he dropped it on the way down. And Pearsall drops the ball. He came down with it, and for somehow he loses the ball. Oh, and the ground causes it to bobble out of his hands. And it's a personal foul on Florida. Hands to the face. And Iguakin, one of our staple offensive linemen, at least that's what it was supposed to be before the season started. He's missed 3 of these 4 games here with a leg injury. And I don't know how this team has taken, you want to talk about a team that's taken 10 steps back. This is a monumental, I don't know what to say. Here we go. Mertz in the shotgun. Takes the snap. 1st and 25. Throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Six and a half. It feels like it's 50-0 right now. That's just how bad we've played. And we've already shot ourselves in the foot. Damn near if there's any part of our foot left. I mean, Florida calls a timeout. If this tells you that we're not ready for the big time, if this doesn't tell you we're not ready for the big time, I don't know what else you need to see that tells you that this team just still is not there yet. But the one glowing issue we've seen so far from the Billy Napier era is the lack of it just doesn't look like a team when we're on the road. We don't look like a team. We look like just a mess. It seems like every bit of preparation for the games goes out the window on the road. And this team just can't win on the road. They can't. They cannot win on the road right now. And who knows, hopefully that changes by the end of the season. Hopefully we can get some road wins, but that's like it's just shocking. It's shocking. And just the lack of defensive effort into this game. I mean, I don't know if I'm looking at Austin Armstrong or if I'm looking at Patrick Toney. I really don't know if I'm looking at what. There's really no difference with the defense. Well, since we are here, obviously Florida is looking down a hole to where they will most likely drop from the ranks of just the ranking. They're probably going to fall out of the top 25 by far. And looking at the scores right now, I think the one big upset, really, to me, and I didn't see this coming, honestly, it's Utah versus Oregon State on Friday evening. Oregon State takes down Utah 21-7, and that's probably one of the biggest games or biggest games you'll see for them. And I mean, to take down Utah, who's just a sound football team, and they have been for so many years. I mean, what a great all around effort for Oregon State. All right, we're back now, and the nightmare, hopefully, well, unfortunately, looks like it's about to continue. 2nd and 25. Mertz alone in the backfield. Oh no, he has, I think, Montreal to his right. He rolls right. Great play. He's going to get some yards back. I love the effort from Mertz here. But it looks like it's only about to be a 7-yard gain. Just a rough game so far. As a 9-yard gain. So Mertz is 3rd and 16, trying to get something going here on offense because this defense doesn't have anything. Pearsall with a catch. And he gets about 9 again. So it looks like it's about to be a 4th and 7. Obviously a situation where you got to punt depending on where you're at on the field. But, I mean, we can down it at their own 1, and they're still going to go 99 yards, whether it's Ray Davis just going to go on 1 play or they're going to go on a nice little 5-play drive, which it has been today. So, yep, it's another 9-yard gain for Pearsall. For this team to get any kind of anything to confidence, and it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So instead of Kentucky running down our throats 90 yards, they're going to see him run down our throats for about 75. So,
Stay west, friends. Stay west.
Oh, very much so.
Knightsbridge, Chelsea.
Here we go. Leary under center now. They can honestly hand the ball off to Ray Davis for the rest of the game. They don't even need to throw a pass for the rest of the game, and they can still kick our ass. Kentucky takes a timeout. I don't know why. Well, Kentucky, what they could do to really embarrass us is to go down and score, since they get the ball back in the second half, score again, and just give us an all-time clunker of a loss. Just one of the worst in program history, because that's what it looks like right now. Okay, Ray Davis is not in the game. Looks like McLean. I think that's his name. I can't see. Under center, but hey, let's see what happens here. Leary takes the snap. He's going to hand it off, and McLean will get 2 yards So it seems to be that they're going to be trying to run some clock here, basically prevent us from getting the ball back.
Stoops says he's grateful because he's seen a lot of really good coaches come and go in the SEC. During that tenure you're mentioning, he's watched 24 head coaches get fired in the SEC. Good coaches too, by the way, some that have accomplished a lot. So he says that he doesn't.
I will give credit where credit is due. Mark Stoops he is a great coach who has really turned Kentucky into a team to really be afraid of, and Leary throws it, and it's a first down. And the aggressiveness of the Gator defense is as they're trying to look aggressive and look hard, but it's obviously that this team is soft as a little furry kitten. Let me tell you.
You're officially on the hot seat in the SEC, and what Mark Stoops has been able to do, coming to a place that was predominantly a basketball school, he's made football relevant. When you go around campus here in Lexington, when you see their facilities, you're seeing the talent on the field now. Again, what Mark Stoops has done.
Throws it, and it's dropped. Second and 10. McLean in the backfield. Looks like they're giving Davis a break. And giving us a break in the process. He gets about a yard. They're going to give him a yard here. So it looks to be a 3rd and 9 now. 3:30 to go, but given the history of the Florida offense, we're not really a team that likes to speed it up offensively. So it would be nice to see this team get a possible first or get any kind of field goal or something to finish this half with, because this half has been a disaster. If we could get some points on the board, we could, hey, here we go. Leary back to throw. He's going to throw it. And he dropped an interception. Jason Marshall drops a game-changing. Oh, man, that's frustrating. Oh, my gosh. That is a pick six all the way, and he catches it with his chest. Oh, my gosh. Jason Marshall, you are one of the best guys on our defense. You have been just a breath of fresh air. Really one of the best coverage guys on our defense, and he drops a pick six, a gimme pick six. A pick six that any of us on our couches can make. Golly. Oh my God. He caught it with his chest. And now with 2:49 to go, Florida looks to have the ball, and they're inside their own 30. So unless we can break out some big plays here, we might be trying to look at a field goal. I do not want a field goal. I would love a touchdown, but we'll see. Oh my gosh, that is that's a huge drop from Marshall. Something that could give the defense confidence right before the half, and they need it because they're getting absolutely killed on every single play. I mean, for a defense that allowed only 80 yards, really rushing yards a game, you're a team that's looking down a hole of possibly overall allowing 300 yards in this game. I mean, they're at 223 right now, but a play like that can really get you going into the half and thinking, boy, hey, we got some stops. Yeah, we've been kind of rolling over, but you know what? We got some stops. In big moments, we got some stops. We got our offense the ball back when they needed it. But boy, that is something else. Golly. Looking at the scores around college football, mostly the top 25, in a shocker, Penn State at is at halftime with Northwestern. They're tied 10-all in that game. A stunner there as Penn State. I picked I thought they were going to blow them out after their performance against Iowa last week. Looking else around, you got USC just putting a beating on Colorado. I mean, you're starting to see the holes in Colorado's game. You're starting to see their defense is really just not up to the task yet. They're very soft up the middle. They're just they're soft on the just as a whole as a defense right now, and they're just which is unfortunate because Shadur Sanders, this guy, he's one of the best in college football right now. Boy, let's see what else we got here, folks. In the ACC, we're looking at Clemson, who is up 14-7 against Syracuse. And in their game, in the Big 12, you got nothing yet. No games going on yet. Also in the Big 10, the Ragin' Cajuns are up on Minnesota 17-14 in that game. Also in the Pac-12, just surprising at that Oregon State win over Utah. That was such a big game for them. And you're definitely going to see Utah drop and see Oregon State make that big jump into the top 10. Maybe the top 10. Who knows? Well, excuse me. Graham Mertz, the shotgun now, it looked to be that they're going to start this drive at the 25 with 2:49 to go. ETN is in the game now. He's rolling out. Mertz back to throw. He breaks it. Floats one, and he gets it to Pearsall down the sideline, and a great catch and run by Pearsall. Great play by Mertz to break through a possible sack and get rid of the ball for a big play. That's the type of stuff we need here. Just great play. And keep his eyes downfield. That's what you need in a quarterback. And we need to get Pearsall going. It looks like we're going no huddle here. ETN to the left side. He has a hole, and he's there for a big first down. A big 15-yard gain. And hallelujah, folks, we are in Kentucky territory. Sorry. And here we go. No huddle offense here for Florida. My son's also cheering for our Gators. Here we go. Fakes. No, he hands it off, and ETN gets 5. So we are inside of 2 minutes, and Florida is showing some signs of life here on offense here late in the first half. This is what you need here. They need a drive here to get them back into this game, or at least say, hey, we're here. Here we go. Mertz in the shotgun. Got to snap the ball. Takes the snap. 2nd and 5. He's going to throw it deep into the end zone for a one-on-one and a brilliant catch. Caleb Douglas again. And he is down at the 1. Caleb Douglas. Wow. He goes up and over the corner on an unbelievable catch downfield. And the Gators have a 1st and goal late in the first half. What a catch. Here you go, buddy. Say, go Gators, buddy.
Go Gators.
An unbelievable catch. And way to hold on to that football at the goal line. I understand he tried to reach for it, but hey, there's always a risk when you're making a play like that where the ball pops out from the ground when you're trying to reach. And at times, we've seen it before, at least in the NFL. I mean, thankfully his elbow was down, but hey, still in those type of plays, you can't be you can't risk it. But boy, what a play. Caleb Douglas is down. He did land pretty hard on that elbow. Pretty much all his weight came on that elbow. But boy, what a catch. I've said it all season long. I said it in the Utah game that, hey, we need to give this guy more looks down the field. If there's going to be a guy we're going to throw it to over the top down the field, Caleb Douglas is that guy. This guy, he has that leaping ability to go up and over people, to moss people per se. And it is official, folks. We have a blowout in Boulder. Wow, just wow. So it's 34-7 in Boulder right now, as Prime is taking another shellacking. He's taking another ass whooping. You could tell, like, yes, that team. It's unfortunate too because I mean, Shadur Sanders, I believe he's a senior. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you're looking at, he has that ability to really lead a team, and I just hope that. Well, it's unfortunate. Maybe they get it together, but obviously title hopes are definitely out of the question this year. Here we go. Etienne will get the ball. And Etienne slips on the field. And what happened there? And Mertz tripped him up. And this D line for Kentucky has just absolutely embarrassed our O-line. It didn't help that Etienne also was tripped by Mertz. Here we go. Back to throw. He's going to hand it off again. Oh, no, he's going to do a fake. He's going to throw it to the back of the end zone. And Odom. No, Hansen. Excuse me, Hansen. And Florida is on the board. I don't like the celebration from Hayden Hansen there. You're down big on the road, and you want to... no, sorry. You got to stay ultra focused. But, hey, it is a touchdown. The question is, does Billy go for it? He has shown the aggressiveness in the past, especially in his first year, which reminds me in the Tennessee game where he went for it at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and it looks like Trey Smack's going to come in for a field goal here, and we're going to see. They need this kick to go in. Here's the kick, and it is good right down the middle. Florida is on the board with 34 seconds to go in the first half. They trailed 23-7. And now you have a potential team that is showing some life. You never know. The SEC football has been crazy in my lifetime.
Nice play fake opens up Hansen in the back end. You're right, Joe. Big catch. Caleb Douglas got him down into that position.
And Mertz with a great throw to the sideline in the end zone. Hello.
Daddy, you call your phone, Daddy. You call your phone.
Okay, buddy.
You call your phone. You call your phone.
All right, buddy. Hello.
Phone,
Hello.
Hello.
Daddy, you see the kickoff here, and did that just really happen?
Let's be superheroes.
And once again, on the road, a Florida Gator team on the road, after they take 5 steps forward, they immediately take 7 steps back. Trey Smack kicks it out of bounds on a kickoff, and with 30 seconds to go, you're giving this team, who has a very good offense, field position. Here we go. Leary, don't know what the aggressiveness style would be, and we finally have halted Davis. Finally, we stop him.
Excellent first half from Davis, 206 yards on 12 carries.
I think that's been the story, Joe.
Just overall very poor. And it looks like, yeah, Kentucky will run the clock out. That'll be it. Kentucky came into this game already talking smack, just talking all that shit, just really just big, running their mouths all game long, really. Even before the weekend started, you saw some bulletin board material from their receiver saying, "Oh, I've never lost to Florida." Just saying, we've heard that before. Granted, it's not gone our way so far. But boy, this is something else, folks. Looking at so it's halftime in Kentucky, Lexington. Florida trails 23-7. They looked better on that last drive. They looked great on that last drive, taking shots. They were being aggressive. They were running a no huddle style offense. Defensive wise, I mean, they're getting some stops late in the first half that is giving us a chance and maybe giving them confidence. But let me tell you, this has been an ugly affair for Florida. It's just been stupid penalties, undisciplined play, and oh my, Shadur Sanders is struggling against USC right now, pretty bad. And at halftime in Colorado Boulder, it's 34-7. Next SEC score, we have another SEC game going on, and it's a Texas A&M taking on Arkansas. Max Johnson gets his first start this year after the injury to their previous quarterback. And Max Johnson has always shown that he could be a guy that could throw the football. Texas A&M up 17-6. Max Johnson showed a lot of signs while he was at LSU, really during the last few years of Coach O, from what I remember. And you obviously see Dan Mullen relishing in this tough Florida game so far, typical of him, as he's always been a classless individual. Dan Mullen always been a classless individual, and that really been just an asshole. I'll just say it. He's an asshole. But really, Florida going into the game or going into the second half, you got to look and see what can they do better. Obviously, everything. Special teams has been a mess on a stupid leaping penalty. Just terrible. A stupid. I don't even know why he did it. And immediately the next play was a 75-yard touchdown that really kind of blew it open for him. And again, offense has been shaky. Really, there's been nothing good about this game. I can't think of anything positive about this game. I mean, other than the fact that, well, actually, I can't even say, did we show up? Did we show up? Because it looks to me like we didn't show up today. So, since we're at halftime right now, look at what we have ahead for tomorrow's games in the NFL. Obviously, you had the Detroit Lions go up to Lambeau and just really beat down on the Packers. Just a great game. David Montgomery looked fantastic. I mean, just overall, a great all-around game for them. You could see that team really, they have something. Detroit has something right now under Dan Campbell. It looked rough in the beginning, but hey, where they were after the disastrous years with or a few years with Matt Patricia. I mean, Dan Campbell has something. He brings passion to it. He has a team that will literally run through a brick wall for this man. And now that the fact that Aaron Rodgers is out of the division, you're looking at it like, hey, it could be theirs for the taking. And I think it is for theirs for the taking. I think Detroit will win the NFC North because the Vikings have just not looked like a team that they were last year. Kirk Cousins has played well, but overall they've struggled as a team. You got Green Bay, who one moment can be getting shellacked, and then the next moment pull off a ridiculous comeback like they did against New Orleans.
I want to go big cookie.
Okay, buddy. But
No, I'm not Jesse. Cookie.
okay, Pokeo.
Was like
But yeah, they Green Bay doesn't look like a team that is really going to be in the running for much this year, unless something crazy happens. The first game tomorrow, though, 9:30 on the East, 6:30 on the West for me. It's the Falcons and Jaguars. Jaguars have not looked very good this year, but I got to give them. Okay, you got to give them. I give them the edge over Atlanta. Atlanta is one of those teams that you're not really sure, but Jacksonville, you know what you got. It's just nothing's clicking early on, but I think today will be the day, or tomorrow morning will be the day that it finally clicks for them. And then the big matchup in the AFC East, and it's Miami against Buffalo. And I've never seen a team win by 50 1 week and come into the next game as underdogs. I don't think I've ever seen that. Being a Patriot fan and seeing some big 50 burgers, I mean, boy.
Mommy, I'm super cookie.
Hey. But to the Miami Buffalo game, I think honestly Miami will beat them.
No, Mommy, not
Their offensive talent is just through the roof ridiculous. I mean, Tyreek Hill is by far on par, or really might be having one of the best seasons of his career, if not the best season of his career. And I think Miami will take that one. Now you have the toilet bowl of all toilet bowls. You have the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. It's you know what? It's obvious to me. The Denver Broncos take down.
So?
No chomp. So you have for me, this game is pretty simple. Who has an offense? And the Bears obviously do not have an offense, so I think the Broncos going to Soldier Field win the toilet bowl. An AFC North matchup, the Ravens and the Browns. Big game there. I see a lot of improvements from the Browns. I mean, Deshaun Watson has looked a lot better this year, and they've looked overall very good at home. I say, and I'm sorry, I'm not putting faith in a team where their quarterback is their leading rusher, which is what the Ravens are right now. They're not a very good sound offense. They're not a very good team as a whole. I mean, outside, it's just how it is to me. That's my opinion. So I say Cleveland wins at home. over the Ravens, and they continue to improve and look to be, I believe, in first place. They would be in the division. Going down to Tennessee, it's a big matchup, a playoff rematch from, I think, 2 years ago where the Bengals upset the Titans. Obviously, different time, but I still think the Bengals, the offense for the Titans has been rough. They've really haven't looked good. They haven't been able to get Derrick Henry going. And I think you're looking at a game where Joe Burrow finally kind of comes back and wakes up. Now heading over to Indianapolis, you have at Lucas Oil Stadium, you have the Rams taking on the Colts. The Colts have looked good, but the Rams, I think, will be better. Their young receiver, I think, their rookie receiver, I think his name is, how you pronounce his name is Nakua. I don't know. But that guy has been ridiculous this year so far. He's been a really good player for Matthew Stafford. And I think the Rams come into Indianapolis and they beat the Indianapolis Colts. I think they begin to turn their season around. And now you have another game where it's really a toss-up. I mean, you have the Bucs at the Saints, and it really depends on the health of Derek Carr. Now, let me see here. I'm not sure if Derek Carr is going to be out for this game. I'm not sure, but it says he's questionable with his shoulder injury. So right now, but even though he is questionable, honestly, I think I'm going to take the Saints in this game. Because after it might be just been how great the Eagles were defensively, but looking at the poor, just terrible, shocking almost offensive performance by the Bucs in that game against Philadelphia, you really got to wonder, hey, I have no faith in the Bucs offense. And I mean, Todd Bowles, he's a defensive guy. And he's not good at calling offenses. That's just how it is. So I take the Saints, whether it's Derek Carr as the quarterback or Jameis Winston. I think they come back after that just disappointing collapse at Green Bay, where they had a 17-3 lead and they blew it after Carr went down. So I think Saints over the Bucs. Going into an NFC East division rivalry, Commanders heading over to Philly for a big game for them. The Eagles trying to really put the clamps on the division early on. For me, it's the Eagles. Unfortunately, I would love to see Commanders win. My wife is a Commanders fan. She loves her team. But I've always said it, and I'll say it again. The Commanders are a quarterback away from really being able to push them over the top. And in a division where your top two teams have great quarterbacks, good quarterbacks, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, you need that. You need it. You need a quarterback, and Sam Howell is just not that guy. And I mean, that Buffalo game proved it. That was just an overall, just really bad effort from them. Heading over to another 0-3 matchup. I don't think this is the toilet bowl because, I mean, you got two very talented. You got the Vikings, who's a very talented team. And then you have the Panthers, who are slowly kind of rebuilding and trying to figure out where their franchise is heading. And looking at it, Bryce Young has, I think, struggled so far. But then again, I mean, it's a young team. It's a young team. You're not really going to see you're not going to see the fireworks yet. And they're just not that type of team yet. They're new coaching staff, new quarterback. It's going to be a slow thing for them. So, and I think they unfortunately dropped to 0-4 at home. I think the Vikings finally pushed themselves over the top, get that much needed win to go to 1-3. They're a long ways away from being competitive in the division, but let's just say they're definitely better than the Bears. Heading down to Houston for the Texans-Steelers game. C.J. Stroud, what a game for him against Jacksonville. Another talented team with a good defense that have some and a really good offense as well. They just haven't really shown it yet this year. But this is going to be a bit of a closer game. But I think defense will win. And that being said, as bad as the offense of the Steelers have looked and just really just rough to watch with Matt Canada calling the plays, I just think that their defense wins it for them. That's how it's been really for the last few years for Pittsburgh, is that their defense has won them games, and they've been amongst the best in the league. Game and down in LA at SoFi, you got the Raiders heading up again, going up against their division rivals, the Chargers. Very simple. Josh McDaniels is already on the hot seat. He's not been very good this year. This team has not been very good. They've been kind of blah. The Chargers are favorite. They're better offensively. They're better. They're even better defensively. Chargers easily take that one against the Raiders as the seat of Josh McDaniels. Now the big one. Going to Jerry World to take on the Dallas Cowboys. As a Patriot fan, I would love to see an upset. I don't think it's going to be. Dallas is currently favored by 6. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think New England at least makes it a game due to our defense and the talent of our defense. Mac, obviously, our offense is going to start slow, as it usually does, but we'll see what happens. I think, unfortunately, New England will fall to 1-3 as Dallas tries to stay in the hunt with Philly in their division. So Dallas will take that one at home. Going over to San Francisco at Levi Stadium, Cardinals at the Niners. Yes, the Cardinals beat the Dallas Cowboys, but 49ers are as complete of a team as you can see. They've got the running game. They've got a very good quarterback who can manage a game, and their defense is out of this world. Now heading over to Sunday Night Football at MetLife, you have the Chiefs and the Jets, a matchup that was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes. Obviously, we don't get that. Chiefs win that one by a million, especially since Zach Wilson continues to struggle. And the Monday night game, this one is going to be a good game. It's also at MetLife for Monday night. Seahawks head over to take on the Giants, and I think the Seahawks take that one. I think they do. You're going to see a lot of road wins this week, but yeah, the Seahawks take that one. I have every confidence of them to take that one, as Geno has played pretty well this year. Not as good as last year. Obviously, last year was ridiculous for him. Definitely the best year of his career after really being a lifetime backup and starter for the first few years of his career with the Jets. But that's how I see it. So if you guys have any thoughts on that, please comment. I want to see what you guys think. Obviously, the two best teams in football right now are the Niners and the Dolphins. There's no doubting that. As much as I hate the Miami Dolphins and as I despise Miami sports as a whole, I still see them as the best team in football right now, along with the Niners. Other news in college football, actually, right before the half, you did see excuse me, you did see Colorado get into the end zone to make it 34-14. So we'll see what happens. But it might be another loss for Colorado, as they will fall to 3-2 in the Pac-12, or 3-2 as a whole, 0-2 in the Pac-12, which is something they cannot afford to happen. But right now, that's just how it is. They're just not there yet as a team under Dion. Looking at the other top 25, I know I made a prediction list last week during the Patriot game, but really would like to rehash some of my picks. Georgia, they obviously beat Auburn in Auburn. That's it. Georgia's too good. Michigan, they go to Memorial Stadium to take on Nebraska. They obviously beat Nebraska. It's just a question by how much. Kansas heads down to Texas Memorial Stadium. They take on Texas. Texas wins. Texas is a better team. They're a very good all-around team. Missouri heading over to Vanderbilt. I think Missouri wins to go to 5-0, their first win in the SEC this year. And looking at Missouri as, hey, we're here. Then you have LSU going down to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium against Ole Miss. And I think LSU beats Ole Miss. It's going to be a very good back-and-forth matchup. I think going back and forth, I think you see them go back in a very competitive game, but I think Daniels will take it. Looking at a kickoff here for the second half as Florida tries to get back into the game. This drive here for the defense of Florida will be key if they – and you're going to see him – sorry, it looked like it was kicked out of bounds. But you're going to see Kentucky take over at the 31. Well, we're looking at a possible a big hole here to come out of. Also, Penn State takes a 16-10 lead over Northwestern to open the half. Ray Davis is in the game. We'll see if Austin Armstrong made any kind of adjustments whatsoever to this defense. I hope he did. If not, going to be worse than it looks. And Davis gets about 3 on the play, so 2nd and 7. It's obvious this Gator defense needs to be more aggressive because this defense has been soft today. Missing tackles, whiffing on tackles, just nothing there. And it's just disappointing. Boy. Looking at this list here of 200-plus yards rushing for guys in a game. And missed tackle there on a fucking screen. And an RPO. And Leary really hasn't been a guy who's been killing us right now. It's really just been their rushing attack. I agree. Looks like a change of the play. Davis in the back. They're going to hand it off. Big hole up the middle and another broken tackle. Wow. Jesus. Ray Davis, who transferred over to Kentucky in the transfer portal. Fake handoff, and it's going to be catch for a gain of 9. They're probably going to give it to him. And they're going to give it to him. Good job, buddy. And they gave it to him. Florida has stopped him one time in the red zone. It was the opening drive where they gave up the field goal, but it's looking to be a really embarrassing blowout for Florida. The defense has not done anything. Davis, this is a type of play right there is where you need to be physical with this guy. You need to tell him, hey, we're tired of you running down our throats. But I don't know if these guys will do it. It's a 2nd and 10. No, 2nd and 9. No, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard rush from Davis. Florida trying to get back into the game. Desperately trying to get back into the game. Motion. Obviously going to hand it off to Davis. Hands it off to Davis. Right up the gut. Lowers the shoulder and just bull rushes through our linebacker. Or no, that was our safety. Either way, this guy has made just mincemeat of our defense today. It's a 3rd and 3. Huge 3rd and 3. 26-7 is a lot different than 30-7. Let me make that perfectly clear. Ray Davis averaging 15 yards a carry, 16 yards a carry against our defense. He's been a nightmare. And once again, the running attack kills Florida against Kentucky. Open man. He's going to throw it to the back of the end zone, and you're going to see a flag. 10 flags come out, and Jason Marshall again having just a rough afternoon. Rough afternoon. It's obviously going to be a 1st and goal. You're looking at a 30-7 hole here. I don't
Bobby.
doubt that at all.
Oh, Bobby.
Which is I would say, is it catchable? I don't know. It didn't look like it was a catchable ball, but they're not. They're not going to call that. They're not going to ignore that penalty. That's a classic home cooking call. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This clown here. I never understood how fans come into the stadium with a fucking football helmet on. I don't understand that. Never been that guy. So I think it's a little strange. It's like, dude, what do you think? They're going to call you down from the stands and say, hey, get in there? It's stupid. Ray Davis is in the game. If you don't think he's getting the ball here, then I would love to have what you're having right now, because it obviously isn't legal. All right. Hands it off. Davis up the middle, and it's as easy as it. I mean, they're making it look so easy. You're looking at a possible, maybe a hold here. Who knows? I'll take anything, honestly. And it's an illegal substitution on Florida. I don't know what team I'm looking at right now, because this is not a Gator team that I can honestly say that I'm proud of right now. This team just looks like they were wildly unprepared for this game. They honestly look like they saw that, hey, we beat Tennessee, we beat Tennessee. We're going to be the guys. And obviously they were playing down to their opponent last week against Charlotte. And that should have been there should have been a sign there that said, hey, I will say this: when Florida does lose, they're not really one of those programs that has a history of just getting destroyed. But boy, this is something else. Florida trails 30-7.
Guys are glued to the game. Only your home and auto insurance? Well, this is going to be tough to tackle. So get all state and be better protected from mayhem. Like me. Get your Uncle Cooper. Aren't just tough. They're everyday tough. Going back to that last touchdown, the substitution problem the Gators had on defense. Check this out. 13 guys. Illegal in the CFL league. Kentucky only had 9 guys blocking, and they still ran it in.
Notre Dame could have used that. Yeah, that should count at the end against Ohio State rather than the other one. That's a big game.
Philly made happy to get on the board before half. He said we finally started making some individual plays offensively. He said pace can help us here in the second half, so look for an uptick there. Of course, we wanted to start the half with a stop, didn't get it, so moving the football becomes even more imperative.
Yeah, I think pace is going to be big and tempo and changing that around, but they've also got to get back to running the football. Only 46 rushing yards at this point. Montreal Johnson and Trevor Etienne, they've got to be a factor here in the second half.
Here we go. Gator offense on the field. They start from the 25. Fix the handoff. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. He fires. It's going to be a first down for the Gators. All right, the true freshman getting some looks here. No huddle. Let's see what they do with it. Montreal to the outside. He's going to get a first down and gets out of bounds. Another no huddle call. Back to throw Mertz. Mertz slides for gain about 7.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not poking you. Not poking you. I'm not poking you, Daddy. No, not
They
poking
run
you.
it to the left side with Montreal, but it just doesn't go anywhere. Now it's a 3rd and 7.
No, Daddy.
Or a 3rd and short. I don't know. They show me the damn yardage already. I can give you that. And oh boy. It's a 3rd and 5. And Montreal's limping off the field, which is that's huge.
That's the 6th tackle for loss for Kentucky. A 3rd down and 5. Brad White's defense looking for another stop against these Gators.
Mertz tries to run with it, but he only gets about 2 or 3. So it's a 4th and short. You got to go for it. You got to go for it. You have to go for it. And honestly, this is it right here. Florida's only 2 of 7 on fourth down conversions this year. Big fourth down, 4th and 3. Florida down 30-7. He gets it off to Etienne. What is going on here? Etienne gets the first down.
Kentucky's going to use the timeout. Let's take a quick timeout.
Kentucky takes a timeout. What a great play by Mertz. A heads-up play. He missed the guy over the middle, but he made a great heads-up play to Etienne, and Etienne pulled it to the outside and got the first down, obviously, and got some extra yards. Huge play. That's the game. That play right there is the game. Oh, boy. Looking at the updated scores around college football right now, Colorado has the ball at their own 20. Looks like they finally got a stop. We're able to get a stop on Caleb Williams and USC. Penn State is up 10, 20-10, late in or midway through the third quarter. Obviously, Florida is down big. Let's see, another score right now. Clemson starting to break away from Syracuse as they are up 24-7. Virginia up 7-0 early. Winless Virginia up 7-0 early over Boston College. Looking at the Big 12, nobody has obviously come in and played the game yet. First game will be at 3:30. For the Big 10, Minnesota has come back and has really turned it around. And it looks like they did a review of the play to make sure Mertz was not down when he was being tackled to the ground before the handoff of Etienne, and he wasn't off the ground. They confirmed the play, and we're looking at a first down for Florida. Here we go. Mertz trying to get us back into the game. We'll see what happens. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the Kentucky, looks like 33. Mertz back to throw. He's going to throw it on the run. He has Pearsall, who is... And it's a touchdown. That's right, buddy. Huge touchdown. Now the defense needs to get a stop. And Florida will go for 2 here to make it a 2-possession game. They need to get it, or else it's a 3-possession game. Here we go. This is a big 2-point attempt. Hey, you, come here. Come here. Jesse. Oh, my buddy.
Let me out of here.
There is a review of the touchdown.
Let me out. Cheese.
It's not a photo, buddy. It's a video. See?
A video?
Yeah, say hi.
Cheese.
Say go Gators.
Hi. What? It's look like me.
Yeah.
He's alive?
Yep, say go Gators.
Not the but the with the glass.
Don't do that.
Look. Me.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a touchdown. Florida gets on the board again. It's 30-13. Question is, do they... Go get it, buddy. And they're not going to take the risk. Smart move. Trey Smack going to come in. It will still be a 2-possession game. It'll just be 2-point conversions the rest of the way. Trey Smack needs to make this.
Not very nice.
And he will. It is a 30-14 game. And now this next drive is going to be crucial. Florida needs a 3-and-out. If they can't get a 3-and-out, then it's going to look even more... It's going to look even harder to get back into this game. Great play by Pearsall to keep the play going, sneak behind the defense, and he was wide open by, I think, about 5 yards. He's going to be one of those guys you're going to miss on offense next year. He's been so good.
Don't throw it. Don't throw it.
He's been very good for us, and he's a guy that you're definitely going to miss next year. And honestly, I see in the NFL being an NFL receiver. I really do. I see somebody picking him up. Obviously, I'm not saying he's a 1st or 2nd round pick. That's obviously a stretch, but a guy like him, you see him going in the late rounds. I'd be honestly surprised if he went undrafted, but I honestly see him as a 4th, 5th, and maybe even 6th round guy. I think that's what he is. He's that talent. He has that talent. All right. All right, so this is a huge drive for Florida defensively. And here we go. Leary fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be caught for an easy 1st down. You got to wonder, is this defense, have they made any adjustments? It seems like they're playing off. I mean, you saw, I think it was Marshall or Castle. It looked like Castle. Castle was way off and playing off. I don't know why we're not jamming their receivers. We're playing off. We're playing about 5 yards off again. I don't know what's going on here. And here we go. It's going to be a first down run for, I believe, Ray Davis. Yep, that's Ray Davis. He gets about 3. You gotta. Now they're schmoozing Liam Cohen right now. All right, here's a 2nd and 8. It was a 2-yard gain. And we got a flag on Kentucky. What is it going to be? It's a false start. It is a false start on the offense. Okay. So it was an illegal snap. Definitely something I haven't heard of. So 2nd and 13. Kentucky up big, 30-14. Florida needs a stop. Need a stop right here. And this is our opportunity. I don't know why we're playing deep in the slot. Here comes Davis T. Cuts to the outside. And a good tackle there by Motton. Now it's a 3rd and manageable for Kentucky. So I think a 3rd and 8. Okay. Do you have little Mickey? Jeez. Come on, buddy. Here we go. Big 3rd down play, 3rd and 9. Here we go. He's going to throw it. He takes the hit, and it's dropped. It's dropped. Florida gets the stop. All right, buddy. And that is a huge stop. It was a bad throw by Leary, and Key drops it. Key dropped it. And after all the talk we've heard from him this week, here we go. Looks like ETN on the punt return, and he's going to get not many yards, but he's going to get a few. And so Florida's offense takes the field again. Another scoring drive here, and we're in business, folks.
Yay, Mickey. Yay, Mickey. Yay, Mickey. Yay, Mickey.
All right, folks. Welcome back. Still waiting on these commercials to get over with. All right, we got about a little under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Florida trying to keep their momentum going on offense after their drive here. It's 30-14. Kentucky leads. Back to throw. Mertz fires. Quick throw to the outside. And Gene with a catch. Holds on after taking a solid hit from Hairston. Here we go. Mertz sends Pearsall in motion. Bad snap. Gets 2, but he's lucky to even get a yard. A bad snap by the center there. And a huge third down here. Gators need to keep their momentum going. I don't know why they're not trying to go for any kind of oh, sorry, that was it's Montreal Johnson who gets the run here for a gain of 2. So it's a manageable 3rd and short. And USC scores again, and they're up 41-14. Caleb Williams is just unreal. And Johnson is short. And that's huge. You got to go for it. And we got a Gator down. And our best lineman by far, Austin Barber, is down, holding onto his leg. It's a 4th and short. Florida, I say fake punt, but, you know, who am I?
Me, Daddy. Look at me.
I see, buddy. You're silly.
I want to be cooking you, Daddy.
Okay. I mean, you see he tries to reach for it, but they're not giving you that. And thankfully, Austin Barber does run off the field, so that is a good sign. He runs off on his own power. Looks to be very frustrated. And Florida's going to go for it. This is huge. This is huge. There is a flag. It's a false start. They're calling a false start on Florida. Billy is obviously irate. Oh, no. That is a neutral zone infraction. That's a neutral zone infraction. That is a neutral zone infraction. No way did he jump first on the offensive line. That is outrageous. And the announcers are just ignoring it. Of all people, Jesse Palmer, can you at least put on the Gator hat for a second here? High punt. Unbelievable. An obvious neutral zone. Here we go. Florida needing a stop here again. Hands it off Ray Davis. Cuts it to the outside. No, cuts it, goes upfield, and he's going to get stopped again for a 3-yard gain. It seems our defensive line is starting to pick up. And looks like Leary and the Kentucky offense is going to go on a no huddle here. A little 2-minute offense here in the third quarter. Here we go. Leary still looking at the side, still looking for a call for the offensive play call. Here we go. Back to throw. He's going to make a quick pass to the outside, and it's going to be stopped short of the first down. It'll be a 3rd and about 3. I still can't believe that ridiculous, that false start call. That was obvious neutral zone infraction. And the thing is that here we go, back to throw, and a horrible throw from Leary, and the Gators get a stop. And this is huge, folks. This is absolutely huge. Yes, they got a first down. I think they got a first down. Okay, Bubba. They obviously... Oh, no, it was off of the helmet. Yeah, it was off of the helmet of Jackson. Great play from him. You're looking at... I mean, this is another big stop for Florida's offense. Now, it seems that they have made the adjustments. Now it's literally up to Leary to close the game out. And they got the punt off. And Pearsall getting far away from it, and it's going to bounce all the way inside of the... It's going to bounce all the way to the 12. That is a big punt. And here we go with 1:10 to go in the third. Florida is down by 16, down by 2 possessions. Now, do they keep? I think they keep going with that type of high octane offense where they're really pushing down the field. We'll see. Here we go. They're handing off to ETN, and I don't get that, man. I don't get it. It's like we're trying to play conservative, but we're down by 16. Don't play conservative right now. You can't play conservative right now. You're down 16, and we're sitting here running the ball like we're up 16. And it's so frustrating to see. It's poor. It's just a poor effort and poor play calling. I don't like it. I don't like it. The aggressive style that was working, why are we not going back to that? And here we go to the sideline. Great catch by, it looks like Gene again. He takes a hit. And are we gonna get any kind of flag for unsportsmanlike here? I don't get that. But hey, 3rd and short. They're not going to call that in Kentucky. As we're heading to the 4th quarter now, Florida needs to pull off a comeback. And this is big here. Well, as we head into the 4th quarter, Florida trails 30-14. They need to be aggressive on offense now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to throw downfield, and you got to do it now. Looking at the scores, Caleb Williams performing at a Heisman level. Jesus. First down, Florida. Huge first down there for Graham Mertz and the Gators offense.
I ate my donuts, Mom. They're on my tummy.
Yeah, they are in your tummy. Here, go throw them out, okay?
Yeah, Mommy. See? I eat it all. See? It's on my tummy. It's on my tummy. I eat it all.
Here we go. A little quick offense here for the Gators here. 14:30 to go. They're on their own 26. Back to throw. Mertz fires for a screen to Andy Jean. Jean breaking tackles. He gets about 7 on the play. A good run.
Yeah, and Daddy's big too. And Daddy's big too, Mommy.
6-yard gain for Jean on a nice screen pass from Mertz as the Gators trying to speed up their tempo here. Here we go. 2nd and 4. Mertz back to throw. He's going to hand it off Etienne to the outside. Breaking tackles. He's got a first down. Here we go. 1st and 10. Florida back to the line again. Mertz takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to look deep. And a big sack. And all of the yardage they just got on this drive has just been stripped away like that. Mertz, he took a bad angle when he was trying to escape the pocket. So now it's got a 2nd and 23 after the 13-yard loss. And timeout, Florida. Oh, no, Kentucky's going to call their 2nd timeout of the second half. So they only have 1 left for the rest of the day. Here we go. It's a 2nd and 23. Another big play. It's big plays for the rest of the day. Mertz back to throw. Rolls right. He's going to try to look deep. He's going to throw it to ETN, who breaks one tackle, who loses the football, but it is bobbled out of bounds. So now you have a 3rd and maybe 11. It's 3rd and 9, even better. It's a 3rd and 9, another huge 3rd down play for Florida. Here we go, ETN behind Mertz in the backfield. They're gonna run it. He gets about 5, but now they're about at midfield, 4th down. Obviously, they got to go for it. Exactly. Say it's a 4th and 4 here. Another big play. Like I said, big plays for the rest of the game. They're 1 for 1 today on 4th down after that ridiculous handoff to ETN at the last second. Montreal hits to the outside. Mertz throws it, and he's short. And it looks like Mertz again took a shot. And no call on the late hit. What a late hit. Are you kidding me? An elbow to the face?
No, don't hit the face.
I can't believe that. I don't know how. I don't know how that's not a penalty. I don't know how that's not a late hit. I don't get it. I don't get it. He literally comes in high on the quarterback long after the ball is thrown. You got to wonder, what is a late hit anymore? What is a late hit? What constitutes a late hit? I swear, Mertz is getting no respect from these SEC officials. He has been taking a beating all year, and they don't throw any kind of flags for him. I think he has one flag. After countless late hits against Tennessee, there's nothing. I mean, that's an obvious of a late hit as you can tell, coming up high with your elbow on the quarterback. I don't know how else, what constitutes a late hit? Seriously. Just utter garbage. But I mean, I'm not surprised. It's home cooking for Kentucky right now. It's all it is. It's home cooking for Kentucky right now. You saw it on the false start penalty where it was obvious that the defensive lineman jumped off for the neutrals into the neutral zone that caused the Gator lineman to jump. I mean, I know that's not really going to be the big thing about this game, but Jesus, can we get some kind of can we get something? I don't get it. I don't get it. And so 10 minutes to go. Florida's down huge. Yeah. You can come over here and say hi. And it's obvious now they're going to go with running out the clock. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I know Florida has played horrible today. I'll never deny that. But you're not going to tell me that wasn't a late hit. And Florida gets another big stop. So it's going to be a 3rd down. It was about a gain of 2 on the play, so we're going to see a 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do here.
I gotta get money. I want to get money, Mom.
Here we go. Florida needing a stop here. I wonder if they're going to really trust Leary with this play. 7 seconds left on the play clock. He's got to get rid of it. He's got to snap it. He snaps it at 2. They're going to throw a quick play. And what a tackle. And are we going to blow the whistle dead? We're going to blow the play dead. And what a tackle by Florida.
Mommy here. Go money. Mommy, I want
Do you need anything?
This. Here, Mommy. Thanks, Mommy. Come, Mommy.
And here we go. They're going to kick a field goal here. This might put the game officially out of reach here. It is a long kick. It is a 50-yarder. Kick is up, and it is good. That's good. And that should do it. And Florida now trails 33-14.
Yeah, you can drink it.
Yeah, buddy.
No.
False start.
Steps up and then goes underneath to Johnson, and Johnson is hit hard and taken down. Nice throw. He had a lot of faith in this crowd. It was a tight game. That went in the break. The goal line break. Take it down. But he had great faith. Second, 7.
Montrell with a catch, first down. Oh, nice throw. But, I mean, saves 2 yards. Mertz, a nice throw to Khalil Jackson, first down. Face mask. I don't know. I'll see the replay again, but it looked like a face mask. Mertz gets it off to Johnson on the flat, and he doesn't get anything. It's 3rd and 7. He loses a yard. All right. Come on, guys. You're losing, but lose with class. Come on. Also say the same to Kentucky. Win with class. If we have another pre-snap penalty, terrible. Well, since this game is pretty much over, the post-game rage video will come out later. Stand by for that. Thanks for joining in on another embarrassing loss on the road for Florida. Maybe they'll score. Who knows? We'll find out. See you next week for the Vanderbilt game.